we have a line of products, a family of products in market, and I've said over and over, I think even on your show at E3, S will be the market leader for us, Xbox One S. It's the more affordable console, plays all the same games as the 4K Blu-ray. I mean, you know the spiel. It will be the console that sells. X is for the customer who wants the very best experience. Whether you're on a 1080p TV or a 4K TV, you're gonna have a great experience. I have an X on both at home, and load time, super sampling, things that you see on a 1080p TV are fantastic, but it's not for everybody. It's like when we built the Elite controller. We didn't try to say to everybody, hey, if you need an extra controller, go buy the Elite controller, and yet we sold a ton of those controllers, because we know in the gaming segment, there are a lot of people who play games casually. There's also a lot of people where gaming is their number one hobby, their number one form of entertainment, and we can give them the very best experience. I've played games in true 4K, the HDR on, they look fantastic. Doesn't mean everybody has to go do that. So we're giving gamers choice. Whether we push the innovation too far, it's hard to do that with gamers. But I guess we'll see. I feel very confident about the product that we have coming to market. I don't love the idea or the practice of us paying so other platforms can't play, kind of use a certain gun in a game or go do a certain level. Now I know I say that in Xbox history back with DLC windows with COD, like I understand the fingers are pointing right back at Xbox. So I can only be who I am. So maybe it's not the best PR answer, but I don't like that. When there's games that come along, Cuphead is a good example actually, where it comes along as a game, this one in the ID program, and the team had certain ambition about what they wanted to go do, and together with them we wanted to invest more. We saw more opportunity, and what that turned into was us having an exclusive game on our platform because we continued to invest with them in the game. That's a game that probably wouldn't have happened the way it did if we didn't invest the way we did. One of the reasons PC is still so strong, and frankly strong now as it's probably ever been in gaming, is because it's an open platform, and you put a game on PC and people can go play that game. And through things like crossplay, we're working to allow people to play games together regardless of where you bought the game. So we just put Killer Instinct in Steam as an example, allowing people who bought the game on Windows or on Xbox or on Steam just to go play together. And I think if you're really about trying to drive just a specific device, and you say, okay, I looked at the gaming opportunity all up as a single device opportunity, maybe that's an approach. We don't see it that way. Kind of getting caught in a definition of gaming that's about me trying to do everything I can to get you to buy one specific device to play one specific variant of games is not really about growing the business.
So gaming is an ecosystem as opposed to a box.
Oh, absolutely it is. As a games industry, how do we make games bigger? How do we do things to help developers build the best games that they can build using cloud, using local, whatever they want to use, and reach as many players as they can? Not just players, but also viewers. This year, more people are going to watch video games than play video games, and play time is up. So both these numbers are going up. That's all good for the games industry because it expands the footprint of number of people that care about your franchise and your game. Oh, we talk to Sony all the time. I mean, with Minecraft on PlayStation, we have to be one of the biggest games on their platform in terms of sales and gameplay. So same thing with Nintendo. The relationship with Nintendo on this front's been stronger. Like I think everybody can see that. They've been great supporters, and we continue to collaborate with them. I think Sony's view is different. Sony, they should talk about what their view is in this space. If it's better for gamers, I have a hard time thinking like why we shouldn't go do this, especially when you're trying to make the gaming business a bigger business, kind of grow it, get more games, create more opportunity, especially in the indie space, actually. You think if you're creating an online indie game and you're worried about you're going to create 5 shards of your game, the Steam version, the Xbox Live on PC, the Xbox version, the PlayStation version, maybe the Switch version, creates hard matchmaking scenarios, you're managing multiple online, we should help developers, not make their lives more difficult. I know that there's a certain view that says, if my friends have this console and they can't play with people who buy another console, that's a reason they'd go buy my console. That reason's not going to go away, right? So we're putting Minecraft out there as one of the biggest games on any platform, allowing people to play together regardless of what device they bought. I don't think everybody's taking that same approach to the ecosystem. So I'm never going to call anything a lost cause, but I think some of the fundamental reasons in certain scenarios, they're not really going away, so I don't know what would change. I think it's incredibly important to the industry. I mean, actually, tee me up for it, but funny, when I came to Brazil, my first visit was to Garage 227, an indie developer here for us Brazil, to go talk to them about the games that they're building. Last time I was here at BGS, we had Aritana, which was our first ID at Xbox Brazil game. Now there are a ton of ID game developers here in Brazil. I think you get some of the greatest creativity out of small teams that are trying to do something new, and sometimes those ideas will lead find their way into a broader, bigger games over time. Brendan and Green and I were talking about Battle Royale just today here. It was a mod. Now it's a genre, and you see other games kind of going off and adding that genre to their franchise. Kind of starts off more idea-ish and ends up impacting some of the biggest franchises on the planet. I think that innovation pipe is important. I was really proud this year at E3 about the diversity of games from developers everywhere that showed up on our stage, and ID was incredibly strong. The Last Night I thought looked fantastic. I mean, there's some just really, really striking games. We're close. We're really close. I mean, so I have a little dashboard I go to. It's my secret, but I can see all the games where they are and getting approvals in pipeline. I know the games that are coming for the original Xbox. We don't think we've announced them all. We have to do this in partnership with partners and stuff to do it, but we're still on track. Like, I feel really good. The games look great. Some of the games hold up really well. Some of them don't. But the gameplay mechanics and kind of what put the smile on your face 15 years ago playing those games, those are things that are still there. I see it like Crimson Skies, getting back to go play Crimson Skies. Fantastic, and the game actually looks really good, even though it's obviously been around. We continue to invest in back compat because it matters, not because somebody else doesn't have it. If somebody else did it tomorrow, we wouldn't stop, because we see it as a commitment to our customers of the games that you buy from us. I mean, we're here in Brazil, where 360 is still a vibrant platform. And when I'm doing press with the Brazilians, they ask me, well, should I go buy a 360? What I say to you, if that's the right value for you, go buy a 360. Our commitment to you is we've got over 400 360 games. If and when you move to Xbox One, those games are going to come with you. You don't have to rebuy the games. I think some of the rationale in previous generations of our data shows is kind of justification of, we don't want you playing on the old box, we want you to go buy our new box. I want to give gamers a choice, and it's about growing gaming, not being divisive and trying to artificially move you ahead. That's why Xbox One X plays the same games Xbox One S does, plays and looks better. PC's done this for years. It's not rocket science in how you figure this out. It's pretty important to me as somebody who gets to run the platform that we continue to invest in that. I think about how successful Xbox has been. And what I think about is how many people are engaged in something to do with Xbox. Playing our games, watching things on Mixer, on Xbox Live, on our console. But I look in those in aggregate. And so it's not actually about how many Xbox One X's do I go sell, or how many S's do I sell, or even how many of one individual game that I go sell. I look at, are we growing the number of people who have a relationship with Xbox in some way? Could be an Android customer in China playing Minecraft. But that's a person who's connected to our platform, who's able to use Mixer, who's able to connect to Xbox Live, meet their friends online. That's really the metric for growth right now. I think if we get so focused just on hardware sales at this point, all up as gamers, we lose sight of what's going on around the console business. Console's important. I love the console space, but it's part of the gaming business. It's not total, so I just don't define success by any one individual version of our console and how many sell. Are we growing the business? Are we growing the number of customers?
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you. Good questions.
Thank you.